Disability advocates say it's time to re-examine laws that allow low-cost airlines to limit the number of wheelchair users on flights in Australia. The cap is just one of the obstacles people with disabilities face with air travel, and there are concerns some disabled travellers are simply giving up on flying altogether. Social Affairs correspondent Norman Hermont reports.
For Monica McGee, this is more than a wheelchair. It's her independence. Last month, the disability advocate travelled from her Perth home to Canberra to lobby for a royal commission into the abuse of people with disabilities.
The government must take this action.
Ms. McGee arrived late after changing planes in Melbourne, but her specially designed wheelchair didn't make it.
Then when we were getting on the flight to Canberra, the lady said, "Oh, sorry, your chair won't fit on the plane." And I went, "Are you kidding me?"
Her wheelchair is too big for the cargo door of a Boeing 737. It had to go on a later flight in a different plane. But until it arrived, Monica was forced to use a Qantas-issued wheelchair.
I was quite angry. My chair is my legs. That's how I get around.
Qantas apologized and reimbursed the cost of Monica's ticket. But wheelchair users say there are other barriers to air travel. Kelly Cox also made the trip to Parliament House, but after missing her first flight, she struggled to get another home to Ballina in New South Wales on Jetstar.
Because of the two wheelchair policy, I wasn't allowed to purchase a ticket for that flight, which is pretty difficult.
Jetstar relies on a 2012 federal court ruling that more than 2 wheelchair users per flight could cause hardship for the low-cost airline. Jetstar is now the dominant carrier on routes including Ballina to Sydney. With 540 daily seats, it has just 6 reserved for wheelchair users. One aviation expert says the more Jetstar's market presence grows, the more that court decision looks out of date.
So it's time to revisit that law to ensure that every passenger has the right to fly.
It's a right Kelly Cox is prepared to keep fighting for. Norman Hermont, ABC News.